Hello and welcome to another episode of the UCLA Bruins Insider Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Connor Moreno, lead writer for UCLA Bruins on SI. And today we have a few recruiting updates, especially one pending recruitment that is likely to go UCLA's way. And that one should be the domino for another big recruitment that we've been talking about moving forward. So, yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit. Maybe throw some college football 26 at the end. It finally came out, so a bunch of ratings are revealed, and yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I've been playing it a little bit. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So, 3-star defensive lineman Marcus Almada. He is from Marion, Massachusetts, Tabor Academy. He announced his commitment date is going to be Thursday, which is, by the time you're listening to this, it is tomorrow. We've talked about him plenty, especially as recruiting kind of slowed down a little bit towards the end of June and through the beginning of July, but he does have a crystal ball from 24/7 Sports to land with UCLA, and Thursday looks like UCLA is going to get their first commitment of the month of July. Their last commitment I think they got was Xavier Warren on June 28th, which is already a couple weeks ago, and since then they've just been losing out on super close recruiting battles. Yesterday, Wednesday, they lost out on Brian Bonner, which was probably their number one prized recruiting battle going into July. He committed to Washington. I personally thought that UCLA might have had a good chance, but I mean the writing was on the wall the entire time. Washington kind of had him in the bag there. But anyways, yeah, Almada, he is committing tomorrow on Thursday. Likely going to be UCLA, and that should be the first domino to fall for the next commitment that the Bruins are going to get, which is actually another crystal ball prediction for them too. We'll get into him first. First, I wanted to read the evaluation for Almada on 24/7 Sports. This is by Hudson Standish. He's a national recruiting analyst on 24/7 Sports. He says Almada is a scheme versatile defensive tackle with the redirection skills and short area quickness to consistently slice into gaps. Hovers a shade under 6'4", 280 pounds with subpar length measurements for his frame. He owns experience working along with the defensive line in even and odd fronts and will likely project to a 4 or 3 technique at the next level. Depending on his growth potential. He plays with a hot motor and will run down ball carriers along the line of scrimmage, still developing as an interior rusher, but has shown positive flashes thanks to his post-snap quickness and explosive power in the hands. Athletic tools and play style lead us to believe Almada could develop into an excellent zone defender at the point of attack. Should be viewed as an athletic, high-floor interior projection who could factor into a defensive line rotation early in his college career. Obviously, it's 3-star tone for that evaluation. Regardless, he is still an important recruit. I wrote for UCLA Bruins on SI just the other day that his importance isn't just it isn't just securing another 3-star talent. His importance isn't just adding to what's already a great 2026 recruiting class, probably their best in the last decade. It's important because of his teammate, who also has a looming decision, which is Carter Gooden, his high school teammate, 4-star from Tabor Academy, 4-star defensive lineman, kind of an edge. Carter Gooden, who also just received a crystal ball to land at UCLA. And Carter Gooden is, he's the guy that could really turn this UCLA recruiting class back around. I'm not saying it's bad, but it surely has slowed down, and they have lost a few recruits recently. Let me just pull up Carter Gooden's page right here. So yeah, and Carter Gooden, he had interest for Boston College, which is his home university, Penn State and UCLA. Those were his reported top 3, but he did just, as I said, receive a crystal ball for UCLA. So it's going to be a huge recruit. This coming week, depending on when they commit, it'll be a huge recruit. It'll be two more commitments, which will be 22nd and the 23rd total in the class. Right now, as I'm recording, UCLA has the 21st class in the nation, it's been a pretty slow decline from even when they were like 11th or 12th. They were hovering around 11 or 12 for a good couple weeks. And then other programs started catching up in recruitment, and UCLA probably lost around 6 or so recruitment battles in the last week and a half, which only improves the class of other universities. So now they're in 21. They've fallen around 10 spots, but I think you add Almada, definitely you add Carter Gooden, who's a 4-star in his own right. By the way, not only a 4-star, he's a pretty high-rated 4-star. He's the number 6 defensive lineman in the nation, number 1 out of Massachusetts, obviously. The Bruins also picked up 4-star defensive lineman David Schwartzel a couple weeks ago, who they actually beat Washington for, kind of calling back to that Brian Bonner recruitment. And yeah, Gooden, what else can I say about him? He will be a great recruit. Let's go ahead and read his scouting report just to see what the Bruins would be getting in him if he were to commit. He's an early entry big man that needs some time to age. This is from Andrew Ivins, director of scouting for 24/7 Sports. Early entry big man that needs some time to age, but one that has a chance to mature into a real nuisance up front with his large features and nimble movements. Still relatively new to the game of football, as he grew up in Canada and played a variety of different sports throughout his youth, has attacked primarily from the corner in an even front, but future is likely on the inside, as he looks like he should eventually carry 285 pounds or more, launches out of his stance and into the backfield with impressive get-off, and has the sudden hands to fight off blocks. Frequently in control of his body, which allows him to quickly change course, can get tied up a little too much at times in individual battles, but has displayed the ability to run the cleat line and make stops in pursuit. Needs to clean up the pad level and improve mooring strength, but should be viewed as a potential impact player on Saturdays that can twist his way through protection while offering alignment flexibility. So, no matter which way you swing it, UCLA will get a great recruitment and a great addition to their 2026 class in Carter Gooden and in Marcus Almada. Carter Gooden's commitment date hasn't been hashed out yet, but definitely Almada will be committing tomorrow on Thursday. So, and we'll be here to update it all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to the UCLA Bruins Insider Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Connor Moreno. We'll see you tomorrow.